All right, guys, we're going to be bringing you Game 2 of CIS taking on Dreamtime here in just a second. Once again, I'm Draskell, joined by none other than Wanga Manga.
Wanga Manga. That's pretty much how you say it. Yeah.
Oh, really?
No.
Oh.
No. Not really.
Not
if you're
really,
Korean, maybe.
Maybe. So we talked about Game 1. We said that CIS had a lineup that, if they were given enough time, should be able to do fairly well, and that's pretty much what ended up happening off the back of Dreamtime's couple of mistakes. They just kind of all added up.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it also shows the level of this game when CIS and Dreamtime face up here. Dreamtime in complete control of the early game, play pretty much as perfect as you can, to be honest, with their draft. And then when they finally go high ground, which is really early as well, before the anti-mage even has its Manta-style timing, they make one mistake, and then they're in a bad spot, and they have to go again, because if they don't, they're going to lose for sure. They try again, and they lose one more fight, and that's it. That's over. Like, that's how rough the punishment is from CIS. So they pretty much, I mean, playing against an anti-mage late game kind of draft, they played perfect, push high ground, and just right there, you can get punished completely.
All right, well, we'll see if they're going to get punished again here in game number 2. Remember, if they lose this, they are out of the running for the TI qualifiers and will not have the opportunity to play LGD, who are currently waiting in the grand finals with the best of 5.
Exactly. This is Elimination Series best of 3, and whoever wins this will go on to the grand finals and to Seattle as well, for sure. Yeah. So now CIS only one win away from securing a ticket to TI. That's pretty cool.
It is pretty cool, and I'm kind of happy to see that Black is on a team who is at least doing well.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, he's always been a really solid player. He just had a really hard time finding a team for, God, it feels like ever, actually.
Yeah, that's true. He's, I mean, I talked to him a lot on different LAN events, talked to him on TI3 and talked to him on DreamHack, etc. He's a really cool guy. He's always nice to talk to. So nice to see that he's having a good time here in CIS and that they're playing so well together. And let's see what they're going for in the second game here. I mean, last game we did say they took something out of LGD's draft book there with the Sanking first, and they're gonna go for the same thing in this game as well. And last game it was, of course, the Sanking into Lifestealer pick, but this time gonna go for a Clockwork, a little bit of a wild hero to get this early.
It's really good against Centaur, in my opinion, because if you have Battery Assault, his animations are so bad. Just think of
That's
Bane,
true.
Right? It's like if you're Bane and you're inside a Clockwork Cogs, you're never going to get a spell off, more or less. You just sit there and you do the wiggle, basically. That's kind of what happens to Centaur. Plus, it's really good for being able to just preemptively drop a cog if you think the other team's going to stampede, and then all of a sudden there's just this impassable terrain. And it's even more than a Fissure in some situations, at least in my opinion, because the Fissure has to pretty much block, right?
Yeah. It's also, I mean, it's also not bad for defending high ground, to be honest. You just drop the cog and then hit one, walk away, and that's 8 seconds of cog that you have on the high ground. So as the creeps come walking up and the enemy heroes are trying to get some harass to the tower, it's very hard to do so against that mana burn that's available, or the pushback in mana burn. So it's a decent hero in many regards, and Sanking has kind of proven himself to be flexible enough to fit into most types of lineups, even a quad melee lineup like we saw last game from CIS.
It worked out, man.
Worked out pretty well. So this time, Dreamtime gonna go for AA again. Pretty solid hero in general. I mean, he's always gonna be a good hero, I think, in this patch. He has some weaknesses, but they're so hard to abuse. And I don't know. The only weakness, I guess, is like what they came down to in last game. They were lacking pure disable. They had the Hex available later on the Furion, but the AA, his stun takes a long time before it sets in and so on. This is the weakness of the hero. You can kind of man down on him. And now Dreamtime actually go and steal the Anti-Mage. They have the AA sent into Anti-Mage. This AM I'm not as sure about, because CIS, they've already started up with tons of disable. Clockwork being a hero that brings 3 different disables to the table, one of them proccing over and over again. Of course, not that amazing against AM, but he's amazing at catching heroes and Sanking as well. So I think this is the weakness of AM. If the enemy have good disables, they can jump you and catch you, and that is a scary hero as well.
It is really scary. I thought they might go something along the lines of picking like a Shadow Shaman, because as soon as you see the AM, you're thinking, okay, not an aggressive lane, we can play it as greedy as we want and just have Sand King, Shadow Shaman, just get a heck of a lot out of the jungle, pick a safe lane farmer who can do well against a Centaur in a 1v1, which there are a lot of heroes who can do that. And then you just say, okay, even if the AM farms, we'll have such good push potential and an early blink on a Sand King that we'll just take the whole map away. Kind of similar to what Dreamtime tried to do. But the nice thing about seeing the AM first, like we were talking about, or you just mentioned, is that you can pick whatever carry you want against it.
Yes.
And you can choose your play style.
Exactly, because that was the problem for Dreamtime in last game, that CIS kind of outdrafted them and picked a late anti-mage against them, where they already might have thought that the lifesteal was going to be the carry. So I think that in that game, CIS set it up very nicely for picking AM. In this game, CIS, I think, are just reacting to the AM pick and to the draft of Dreamtime. And again, gonna probably get a nice surprise pick, you know, late here in the picking stage. So not too sure this time about Dreamtime's lineup. Of course, they can try and play something similar and just farm up the AM, but so much harder when the heroes are customized to catching heroes and like actually killing. Because what we saw, I mean, it was ridiculous last game how Black could just walk up and attack tier 2 towers against 5 heroes. He had nothing to be afraid of. Even with Aegis, you very rarely see people play that aggressively, because normally you can't. Normally there's something to punish you, but there was nothing.
Well, a Disruptor is probably one of the best heroes in the business when it comes to punishing AMs.
Yes.
I mean, you think you're safe, you blink away, suddenly 1800 range glimpse into a static storm, and you're really, really, really sad.
Yeah, and even the kinetic feel. The thing is that the Thunderstrike also gives you that chance to glimpse him no matter where he blinks, because it gives the vision on the hero as he jumps away. And as long as the Disruptor is fairly close, he can just send him back and Lone Druid.
Is this TI2?
We haven't seen a lot of effective Lone Druids in the qualifiers at all. To be honest, I can't remember a single one. But yes.
This is TI2.
We TI2 now, Draskell.
I mean, minus the Centaur.
Mine is that little thing.
But I kind of like it just because if it's a Centaur versus a Lone Druid, the Lone Druid's going to win the lane. If they want to go aggressive, they can. It won't necessarily be the greatest, or they could just put the Lone Druid mid. They could do 2-1-2s. I mean, CIS can do a multitude of things. Right now, Dreamtime are pretty much saying, we're going to try to do what CIS did last game, and just delay for as long as we can. They're even going to take out the DK, who I think would have been a fantastic choice for just adding extra push potential into what they already have. So if you're CIS, is this a carry bear or is this a mid bear?
It's a... I think it's a care bear.
Okay.
Yes. Kind of has to be. Of course, you could lane Lone Druid against Puck and he will do amazing against him, but the thing is, when you lane someone mid, you kind of want to get that early level level 7 and just start contributing and fighting. That's what Puck brings to the table, and gonna be able to set up stuff for Centaur. If you put a Lone Druid mid and he gets level 7, well, sure, you can push at the point where you have your bear at level 7, but it's not really the same thing. And Lich is going to be the last pickup here for Dreamtime, so getting that Frost Armor could be pretty nice against Lone Druid at least. And I don't know, Chain Frost seems like such an unreliable spell in most scenarios. Even with a Puck ulti to set it up and keep enemies close, it takes a lot for a Centaur ulti to actually be useful. Or a Lich ulti.
The Lich ulti, yeah.
Yes.
I mean, if you delta split well enough, even with 3 people in a coil, you can still not bounce a Chain Frost. I mean, that's how wide the radius is on the abilities. So you have quite a bit of wiggle room there. And CIS, they're looking at their last pick. It's going to be at least something that is going to solo, because we're assuming, I guess, right now that Clockwork, he's going to be in the off lane. Disruptor, Sand King, probably going to be abusing the jungle on their side of the map. Disruptor maybe a little bit less.
Maybe a Void or something. Maybe this is possible, actually, to do a mid Lone Druid and do a Void carry, but I don't know.
I think they would be lacking in teamfight damage if they picked a Void.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, it is kind of a 4 protect 1 from Dreamtime, and a Void would probably make it almost impossible to go high ground, because you're looking at like Disruptor, Clockwork, Sand King, and Void, who are all amazing high ground heroes.
Yeah, Black can play Lone Druid as well, though. So we'll see what they go for here, and it's gonna be a TA. Well, I'm happy, pure happiness. So
really
Black is
good
gonna,
against AM.
Yeah, Black is gonna play the Lone Druid, and TA is gonna be mid against the Puck. That's how they want the lanes, but it could be a Lich AM mid or something like that as well. But TA is quite fine against most dual lanes. So it's very hard to punish. Sure, the Dark Ritual might be annoying, but you're not gonna you're not going to kill her, you're not going to keep her at 0 ZS. It doesn't really go that way. I like this draft from CIS.
They have so much kill potential. Like just having a TA and a Disruptor alone, I think that's probably one of the best heroes to partner with a TA, just because your chasing is almost unlimited. Even if you don't get a Thunderstrike, you can trap for vision, and you can just glimpse the hero back, and I'm pretty sure you can still trap after the glimpse, and the slow still applies. So it's like, of course, you have a travel time when you get glimpsed, so you don't like immediately go back.
Yeah.
But I don't know, for sure. Seems pretty good.
Yeah, it's a strong combination, and in general, TA works wonders along with Sanking and Clockwork as well. So in this game, I will definitely say you go Blink on this TA. Like, I would be sad to see anything but Blink when you have a Sanking, Clockwork, and even Disruptor on your team, because it's so strong together.
All right, well, we'll see how it works out. Okay, well, we can't do anything about that, unfortunately, because Dota was bugged. And that's why I didn't want to change accounts, but we had to. Otherwise, we wouldn't have gotten in the game. So if you guys are trying to listen on Dota TV, I apologize.
Get wrecked.
You're going to have to watch the stream for this one game. And speaking of getting wrecked, my game is kind of...
Centaur is, well, I'm not sure what is going on right there, but pause is going to come out. I'm looking at your screen and looking at my screen. We're not really seeing the same things here.
No, not really.
Not always a good sign.
I should probably just try to reconnect to the game.
Yeah, let's do that. So, yeah. Anyway, with these two drafts, TA is, as you say, pretty amazing against Anti-Mage. Not only because, you know, early game TA hits really hard, but even later on, when the Anti-Mage adds up a few items, TA can kill him. Like a 6-slotted TA is actually stronger than a 6-slotted AM. Not a lot of people think this. Of course, that's in a man fight. Like one-on-one, TA will win this. But in terms of split pushing the map and being present as a carry, then AM is by far superior. But just the fact that she can kill a carry hero like AM so fast is really nice to have in your team. And it's going to be a mid-carry AM, by the way.
Let's see if I can fix this. Oh, man, all the settings are different. I don't understand.
Yes, meanwhile, Drasko, as you can see, going to try his best for you guys so that you can actually see.
Okay, Dota TV sound should be back now.
Are we back? Am I back?
Yeah, we got the little chat box thingy over
okay.
there, so it should be okay, which I guess is pretty fortuitous that we had a pause, so I was able to fix the in-game sound. I didn't think I was going to be able to do it on the fly, but thanks to both of these teams, they paused it, so we did it, man.
No, not thanks to him. You're a god, like you did.
I found the one button to hit to make it work again, so now it works.
Damn, pressing that one button, pretty hard job. So it's going to be Lich AM mid against the TA, or Lich could, of course, rotate, but he should stay here, because else TA is going to wreck AM. And meanwhile, it's a safe tri lane coming out from CIS, farming up the Lone Druid. No surprises as Black picked the Lone Druid. And just going to be a Clockwork up against the dual lane on top with Puck and AA.
So the Clockwork's going to be getting a lot out of this top lane.
He should, yeah.
The TA is going to be getting not so much. Going to have a bit of a hard time against this dual lane. And then bottom is going to be doing well too. So if you're looking at it from CIS perspective, you're kind of getting a double lane win. But I think the TA is supposed to be a hero. I mean, you probably know way more than I do because I don't play the hero nearly as much. But it doesn't seem like a hero like TA wants this to happen. I mean, nobody does, but
yeah,
you kind of want to snowball.
Yeah, you kind of want to snowball. And another thing that's kind of sad for him is that I still believe it works the same way. I don't think they changed this. I can pay attention to it and maybe check it later on. But when you get attacked by Anti-Mage and he has Mana Break, you actually take 2 damage instances, so it removes 2 refractions per hit, which is sadness. It used to be that way. I'm pretty sure it's still that way as well. So this lane is, you know, normally you can just fight against an AM, but Lich bringing that extra creep or lane control, it's not fun for TA.
I think this might be one of those lanes where, I know you do this actually quite a bit, you just don't get a point into meld and you just go 2-0-2. Because being able to stay farther away is actually safer and you could potentially get more CS. He might be
he goes through 2 refractions per hit and he could die here. Yeah, they gotta commit.
Oh, he has bottle. He just got his bottle in the courier. He needs to keep bottling. He's got 8 seconds left on his refraction charge. The creep wave comes in. They're not going to be able to kill him.
Oh,
that was close.
That's big for a TA. That's a big win there. Even though no one dies for the tower dive or anything, that's a lot of damage towards the enemy heroes, forcing some regen. And the lane is also going to push now because double range creeps. But TA is in a very sad position in this game.
He is playing it so aggressive, though. Like,
yeah.
If he gets hit one time by the AM and Frost Blasted, I think he just dies.
Pretty much, yes. So, but he knows that they don't want to tower dive again under tier 1 tower here. So dangerous after you already lost a lot of HP. At least the TA is bottle running and gonna try and get some HP up with that. The room was actually controlled by the AA. He has his solutions on the top lane. But let's look briefly at the other lanes as well. We see bottom in July. He's almost level 2, but having a hard time as this Disruptor is just focusing him down. And Thunderstrike is super strong level 1 nuke.
Yeah.
One thing to note is that Disruptor has TP scroll already, so he's ready for the next tower dive.
Yeah. That is really nice because if the AM blinks forward or if the Lich goes in, you could probably just glimpse one or the other. Like if the AM commits, you probably don't glimpse him. You probably just glimpse Super and then try to kill XTD under the tower or something like that. But
yes.
Like you were mentioning, I mean, in Flame, he's not really getting a whole lot of CS, but he's still getting experience, which is okay. And June's doing a really good job top. I mean, he's got 11, 12 CS now, and he's level 4. Oh, first blood, though. Gonna be mid. They kill in Flame. I don't understand why he's still playing so aggressive.
Got too close, and he should have just been more patient, waiting for his bottle to go back to base and come out again. It's so hard, man. Like, mana management on this lane is really frustrating for a TA, because you can't be perma-refracted just due to this AM. She does get some nice Psyblade off there and deal some damage to black, but I think the lane should be easier the higher level she gets, though. She's going to put a point in Meld, but I think the level 1 to level 3 is the hardest part. If she gets up to level 5, she'll be a little bit better on this lane.
Yeah, I was just really surprised that he died because I figured he understood the kill potential, but it just doesn't really feel like he's used to this.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think he's ever matched up against anything like this before, and maybe just doesn't
understand. Oh no, this is like one of those weird one-off type of lanes. You don't really play against it that often. And, I mean, Anti-Mage is annoying as hell with his boots as well, because TA has no boots, so every single time he comes close, XDD is just abusing, running up and hitting him once to burn that mana.
Yeah. And the other problem is the AM actually got that first blood, so even though Black is doing a significantly better job in terms of CSing, it doesn't really matter because, well, XDD got a kill. So.
Yeah. And then you have a top puck, so Air is going to get a lot of farm on his puck as well, because simply he is up against only a Clockwork. Clockwork, though, as we mentioned, he is farming a whole lot. He has 16 last hits on his offlane clock. So the trade-off is still, I mean, even with that first blood, I would still say it's pretty even trade-off. You're getting a lot of farm on 2 different heroes for both teams.
I just wonder which team actually is advantage in this situation, because normally you would say the team with the Lone Druid probably wants to be a bit more proactive on the map than the team with an AM, at least for the first like 15, 20 minutes or so.
Yeah.
And they have the capability of diving as well. Like, you're going to have Hookshot on June, you're going to have a Bear to tank, and you're going to potentially have a Blink Dagger on the Sand King. So.
Yeah. So you have the potential for a lot of things, I think, yeah. And I'm just looking for this Clockwork to get level 6. That's all I'm trying to see now is what Clockwork is going to do, because mid lane, you can't kill the Anti-Mage. You can maybe kill, you can kill Lich if you find him, you can kill A if you find him. Given that they're alone on top.
Coil top. June might be in some trouble. He throws at the cogs, but he's going to drop.
Yeah, he does go down here, and Air should be fine as well. He has a phase shift, so just going to disjoint some tower attacks. And that's a big kill to get, because now they can actually push a little bit here.
I think June was maybe just a bit overconfident, because the lane, like, Air and Dreamy can't really kill him solo unless he makes like a glaring error.
Yeah, that's true. And we see TA just manning up against AM again. Never gonna have any mana on this lane. That's just the state of this affair. Like, you're not gonna have mana. Not this game. And the top push was not that considerable. They got like 400 damage to the tower. But Invisible Centaur now, they have no idea about this Invis rune. So, Inflame.
Inflame, man. He's actually leveled another point into Meld. I don't know if that was a misclick.
I don't think it's a misclick. I think it's a decision. I'm surprised he doesn't go max refraction on this lane, though. I would definitely do that.
He's crazy dead.
He is crazy dead.
Wow.
Yeah, that AM is pretty high level now. Got some solo experience time when Lich left, so Level 6.5 bottom lane though. This tower is definitely dead, I think, as the push is starting to come. Puck can try for a deny, but it's so dangerous against Sanking. Don't want to get stunned up.
Yeah, Black is the tower too, man. He is rich. He has 13 or almost 1,300 gold, Animitis, and boots at 7 minutes.
He's super rich. Like, this is almost perfect farm with a Midas and a tower last hit type rich. That is disgusting.
Well, hopefully Inflame can kind of recover a bit here because he is...
I think he should use the jungle more. I don't think he should stay on lane that much. Like, he has 10 CS from the lane. That's not a whole lot of farm. If he goes in to take these satires that are really close to him, you kill this really easily. You can position yourself so that you hit all 4 every single attack, and you kill in like 5 seconds or something. So, definitely would like to see him use the jungle more, simply because of this lane. But he is harassing AM a whole lot right now. And Ring of Health is not really enough to tank up against TA.
Yeah, that kind of burst damage is pretty intense. And there is a sentry on the high ground here for
yeah, I think the higher points in Meld is just because he expected the rotations now from Sanking, like relying a little bit on the stuns coming in. If they glimpse and stun with Sanking, you want to burst fast, and more points in Meld is definitely more damage than Refraction. So it's just a choice. I don't think it makes a big difference which build he goes for.
Yeah, I think like you said, the meld is more based around bursting, and then the refraction is just consistent high damage output.
Yeah, and as he was having such a hard time on the laning phase, then maybe you would expect more points in refraction. But it makes sense to have high points meld in a game like this.
The CS difference between Black and XTD is actually like staggering. Sure, XTD got left alone a few times, but just the difference in how much farm they have is crazy.
Yeah, well, TA, while she has died twice and like been shut down on mid lane, she has been really active at trying to shut down Black's farm or XTD's farm, and she has been pressing herself against this AM all the time. Look at his HP, like he's not staying on full HP and he can't really farm that safely. So it's not a safe farm on mid. He is winning the lane and he does have, you know, he did get the first blood, but Anti-Mage won't shut down TA when she gets past level 5. I don't feel that. So, free farming Lone Druid, man. This is going to be scary. He could go for a super early Radiance if he wants to.
Yeah, and Radiance is disgustingly good against their team as well. The only two heroes who probably don't care about it are the AM and the Centaur.
Yeah.
But everyone else is going to have a really difficult time. And even the Centaur cares because eventually he's going to want to get a blink. And if you can't blink because the bear is just always following you, then you get some problems. Speaking of problems, Inflame, he's going to get caught out again. The coil's here. Teleport actually coming in. The glimpse back. They're actually going to try to put air, but it doesn't actually work out. XD getting another kill. June way off with his hook.
I think you predicted a blink from XD there, trying to get some hook on the blink from AM, but completely missed.
I don't understand why you would try to glimpse a puck.
Yeah, that
was questionable.
Makes very little sense, man. I have no idea. Regen rune used by Puck. You're gonna TP down bottom and try to do something here, but 2,700. I wouldn't be surprised, by the way, to see a Maelstrom build either by Black, because Maelstrom is really amazing as well, and a little bit better for pushing early than Radiance, in my opinion.
But if you're farming this well, like
yeah, I would still say it's most likely he goes for Radiance.
He's got 3,000 gold at 10 minutes with a Midas.
The money is real. It's gonna be, you know, Relic really soon. 2 minutes more, and he has it.
Good God, man. The farm. He's actually like single-handedly keeping them in the game. Like if he didn't have this level of farm, I would say that they're already in huge trouble. AO's looking for the glimpse. Not quite close enough, unfortunately. So XTD is going to be able to just casually walk his way back.
Yeah, it seems nothing really gonna happen there. And CIS, the problem they have is that they can't find any openings now. Sure, you're farming a lot on Lone Druid, but you're gonna have to make rotations with him. You can't just try and play this as a carry Lone Druid or whatever. Like, you need to buy the next item that you get and then push towers top lane. Meanwhile, June getting pretty ganged up here.
Yeah, he's not having a great time.
Yeah, but as I was saying, like, you need to go together with Lone Druid and start taking these tier 1 towers as soon as you have Radiance or whatever you want to get finished up. Most likely Radiance. Because else Dreamtime are in a much better position because they can find pickoffs, they can find kills as they just displayed on top lane, and Clockwork simply can't. Sanking can't really find anything either. Maybe on level 6 Disruptor you can start finding something.
I hope so, man, because right now CIS are not looking to be in that great of a spot. I mean, sure, none of these kills have really transitioned in anything big. It's not as if Dreamtime are actively pushing into towers, but I think it's fine if they're actually the ones getting kills and they keep their towers alive. I think that's probably even more important for them in this case. And the Claymore is on the courier for XTD. He's actually made a transition top, so they're not going to be prioritizing that middle lane that much, for at least for the moment. And there's going to be a triple smoke here on the side of Dreamtime. 500 gold away from the Blink Dagger on air, but they want to make something happen. They do have Chain Frost and Ice Blast, so the burst damage, it is powerful.
It is powerful. TA gonna pick up this DD rune and walk away. She does reveal the smoke of air. Gonna try and jump and find something, but gets away nicely. So nice pickup by TA there.
That's big though. Like revealing that smoke, I think is huge.
Oh yeah.
That could have been a kill on Black even. That could have been a kill on another kill on Inflame. But now it's basically just a waste of time. And now Black is gonna just probably end up backing here. He does have a lane ward, so it should be fairly easy for him to get away from this. They do have a Stampede, but I doubt they'll commit it because the puck doesn't have a blink.
Yeah, I think he's safe. It's kind of funny to me that the coil actually works on the Lone Druid Spirit Bear as well, by the way.
Yeah.
It's just a weird thing about puck. I never thought it would, and then playing against puck, like, what the hell? But at this stage, it's fine for Dreamtime, even if they don't find that kill, I think, as long as they don't lose towers. TA tried to push mid now with a DD room, but she can't really push that much against Dreamtime's matchup.
So if you're TA in this position, are you thinking of not going Blink and just saying, I want to go BKB or I want to go Drums Yasha or something like that?
I would still go Blink in this game, just because of your heroes. Like, the way you want to work is, if you look over to CIS' entire lineup, they have Lone Druid for pushing towers, then the rest of them are just there to fight around him. Yeah. And TA, to bring anything to the fight, she needs to be at the same position as the Sand King and the Clockwork maybe. Like, whenever they catch someone, you want to have damage with it, because they don't bring the damage themselves. And TA, no matter if you're behind in items or whatever, if you have Blink, if you have 4 points in Meld and 4 points in Refraction, you will hurt. Like, you can definitely kill people. So I would still definitely go Blink.
All right, well, see what his choice is going to be. XTD, he finishes his Battle Fury. Black's going to have his Radiance and about 300 gold. So in terms of overall farm, I think Black is still slightly ahead. Yeah, in net worth, he's about 1,300 ahead of
yeah,
AM.
he's most definitely ahead. And he's so close now to finishing up his timing here as well on Lone Druid. This is really early, actually. Question is, though,
is it enough?
Like, this game, how is it going to go? Because we're 14 minutes in, they've taken one tower. Not that much is really going on from CIS. And later on in the game, I think that Dreamtime have the stronger lineup, but I think CIS are disagreeing. Well, by the way they're playing and by how calm they seem, I think they have an idea of winning the entire game. Like, just winning mid-game, winning late game, winning everything, and not pressuring themselves to take super early racks maybe. Which is kind of bold against Anti-Mage, but I kind of see where that could be their line of thought right now. Because TA and Lone Druid, that's a lot of damage.
Yeah, but the TA has had a really, really bad start.
Oh yeah, she has.
Now granted, if you look at the net worths, it's not really that bad in favor of Dreamtime right now. I mean, the gold lead is actually going in favor of CIS.
It's the experience though.
Yeah, the experience tells a bigger story, but it's still only about 3,000, which is a handful of levels at this stage in the game. And Radiance is going to be done here on Black. It's on the courier. He can start pretty much just split pushing with his Radiance and being a general nuisance to the entirety of Dreamtime. And honestly, if they wanted to start pushing towers right now, I think they still could.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, they should definitely remove some towers now. It's mostly taking control of the map. But I just think that they don't seem too stressed about finishing the game really early, because these heroes they have are quite nice against Dreamtime. And I don't see any other hero being scary later on than AM. Like, last game, it was different, because last game we actually had Lifestealer and some other heroes who are hard to deal with. But Dreamtime, apart from the AM, they're not that intimidating later on.
Well, Frost Armor used on the tower here, and it's going to help a little bit. But
give the Midas to that bear, bro. Get that efficient attack speed. No value.
He's just going to back it up, man. In the meantime, Glyph going to be popped. XTD is looking for a counter push here on top lane. And Flame is going to TP here. He's got a haste. Should be enough to force the AM back. And he does succeed in doing so. Smoke, though, by Dreamtime. They pop the Stampede. They want to go for Black.
Oh,
the
wow,
coil and the AA Blast. The Chain Frost as well. Where's the Delta split Black? He's going to almost go down the Burrow Strikes there. He does eventually shatter. Dreamy picks up the kill. The Chain Frost just bouncing between creeps inside of the river.
Clock is so lucky to be alive right now. So lucky. That Chain Frost right next to the Spirit Bear and the Clockwork, and then it jumps down to the creep wave instead.
Well, that's a huge kill. Like, killing black is...
And that was the first attempt at taking a tier 1, and they died. This is not only like a good thing to shut him down, and they got the top tower meanwhile as well, so XDD was farming, but it's a little bit about shutting down the aggression from CIS. It's 6-0. DT are pretty much saying that we're in control, we're gonna kill you if you come to us, and that gives more space and more, you know, more room for the anti-mage.
I still think this game is... It's only gotten to this point because of play mistakes. Like, Inflame dying that many times, I don't think is okay. Like, even if you don't get anything in the lane, he
could farm jungle more and just not die on lane at all.
Yeah, I don't feel like he's had the best performance this game.
No.
Even though he was dual laned against, he definitely could have played it way better than he did. And then June getting picked off as well. But tower still looks like it's going to be dropping here in favor of CIS, so black gets himself a little bit of gold after that unfortunate death.
Yeah, so the tower is still gonna go down. It was low HP anyway, but the smoke now from CIS, I don't know if they can find anything with this. They're trying to go aggressive behind the enemy on the bottom lane, but Dreamtime, they seem to know.
They're gonna smoke.
They're smoking up as well. Okay, they don't know. Never mind that. It's just both teams being aggressive right now. Oh, look at the hasted Lone Druid. He's surfing, bro. The surf animation is beautiful.
I don't understand why he runs like that. Like, how is that supposed to make him faster? Anyway, he pops the battle cry. It's going to be a loop around towards middle lane. There are TA traps here, but there is no sentry down, so they have no idea that they're coming in from behind.
Is out
this could be so bad.
Here.
They're going to see him.
They're going to.
Oh god, the disruptor is just going to instantly die. The burrow strike, it actually hits on 2. Ayo is still alive.
He
He's going to get the storm. The cogs as well. Injula and Air both going to be dropping here for sure. Not a single chance of getting away from that one. What a turnaround. The reaction time from the Sand King enough to make that trade at least even. Teleport to stop. XDD in the meantime top. He's going to be forced to blink away from the tier 2. And black, he sees tower gold, man, and he wants it.
Yeah, that tower should be dead. They're just going to commit and go for this. That was a nice turnaround. Holy crap that Disruptor survived against that and got his storm off. If he did not, that would be a disaster completely.
Yeah. So big shout out to Demons getting that burrow strike, man, that value.
Yeah. What a player. What a player, Demons.
I mean, they don't get the tower mid, but at the very least, they didn't just flat out get crushed in a fight again, because that's something that just can't happen.
Yeah, that's true. And I'm a little bit disappointed, actually, that he went for the drums in this game. Many games I will go for drums on TA, but I just don't think this is the game. Maybe he will still go back for the Blink Dagger. I just don't want him to completely skip it in a game when you have this combination of heroes. I think it's a waste.
Okay.
But either way, CIS looking pretty strong in the current fights, apparently. But I think that was also a misplay by Dreamtime, the way they took that fight. That they were not able to burst down the Disruptor there was pretty huge.
I think they were just a bit overconfident. Look at Black. He's just
trying to fight the bear. Fight the bear, zone it. Like, he's dealing a lot of damage to these support heroes. And the region.
He doesn't care, man. He's like, yep, you're getting radianced. The bear, wow, they're going to actually pop a Stampede.
Yeah.
They actually got a pick on bottom lane. They found Air.
They got a pick on Puck. Pretty nice. Pretty nice. And top tower is going to go down in the meantime as well. So wins all over the place for CIS. Also going to run out of this AA ulti pretty much. But at this point, sure, you want to farm up on Anti-Mage, and you still have quite a far way to go to finish up your entire Manta style, but you're not being given time. Like, CIS are just not waiting around. They're pushing non-stop. So
I like this, though. I mean, this is something that they have to do. Instead of making it so that AM can be proactive and just push towers on his own, they're making it so the only thing that he can do is push out lanes that are being pushed into his towers, which I think is the proper way to play against an AM. Because
if he pushes top, he's in danger, to be honest. He could die to a Disruptor along with Lone Druid.
Oh, Bear's going to be coming into the lane. There is a glimpse.
Yeah, but he's fine. He's fine. If the Disruptor went behind, but that would also be very risky.
Could just die to him,
yeah, but there could have been more than one hero as well. So, nice play by IO not to put himself in danger.
Well, Angela is here bottom with Dreamy, and they're going to see that the Sand King is kind of here. That was weird. The Sandstorm like popped up. I guess he just walked away. But
yeah, he Sandstormed and just backed out. He doesn't have Epicenter, by the way, but he has Blink Burrow. Tower is much much
Could
deniable.
Deny.
But they're gonna dive here. Like they should just go in and kill demons. June is there as well, but they can just dive this completely.
Oh, here's the Stampede. There's a Stomp. It's going to hit on Demons. They don't see him, though. June, he's going to get caught with a coil as well as Demons, and there's going to be a Burrow Strike. He gets out of the coil, gets stunned. He has his Blink off cooldown. He blinks into the woods. He's going to be able to make it out.
Oh my god.
They're both going to make it out. And they deny the tower.
And top is also being pressured by Lone Druid with Radiance. That is uncontested. They're TPing there now with an AA, but I don't think he's going to be that scared. Yeah, they send him back, and they could even kill the Lich here as he TPs in, but a little bit scared of the puck coming in as well. Meanwhile, Clockwork actually does go down to Anti-Mage.
Yeah, looks like he got caught inside of the woods, so well done by XTD.
Ganked by XTD, yo.
Picking up some slack, no big deal.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that one. Mid lane, we see a glimpse.
Super. They even drop the ult on him. They say, yeah, we don't want an opportunity for a Chain Frost. You're just dead.
Yeah, and they're gonna probably try and push mid tower straight off as well. Invisible Anti-Mage is here to gang even more. I don't know, bro.
Pretty
he
legit.
doesn't have a Manta style yet. He's not ready for fighting. And TA is recovering a whole lot in terms of this game being so hard in the beginning. She's still 0, 3, and 1, but she will soon have a BKB. So gonna be tanky enough to stand against. And it's true, most of the damage from Dreamtime is just magic damage. Even Anti-Mage is, to be honest, a whole lot of like damage coming from the mana break. And it doesn't actually work when you have BKB, even though it's physical damage.
Yeah, this is definitely a good thing to know. And the other part of it, too, is that if you do have a BKB on TA in this game, I don't think anyone on the side of Dreamtime can actually fight you. I mean, I understand the justifications that you were making about the Blink Dagger being able to just go in and like blow up a hero with your Blink Sand King.
Yes.
And the Clockwork even, because you just eliminate a hero from the fight straight away. But that still leaves you susceptible to getting like coiled or counter-initiated on by a Blink Hoof Stomp or something like that.
Yeah, that's pretty much true. I'm just watching this cute little bear push mid lane.
He has no boots on it, man.
Yeah, he should grant it some boots. I feel it's definitely earned it at this point. And interesting is also that he has Vladimir's on his main hero, Black that is. So definitely valuing that Vlad.
They're gonna find in July. The
Oh,
picks.
the glimpse as well.
Oh no, XDD, he has his blink off cooldown, but he gets stunned again by the hook shot. He's gonna be able to blink away one more time. Do they have
no,
the Burrow Strike,
and
now
he gets
goes
wrecked
down. The Mana Void Demons, please, the XD.
XD.
Oh.
And XDD.
God, that was so unfortunate.
And a bigger capital letter XD. And Dreamtime was just like, what the fuck are you doing, man?
That's just a misclick. Like.
Yeah, I mean, he got force staffed by his team, and sometimes you're not gonna be ready for that. But I mean, God, that Burrow Strike. That's
We've
like
seen better, is what we're saying.
Yeah, that's like when you fall. When you fall and like almost break your hand when you're playing a game. Yeah. That type of Burrow Strike. It's not very common. But we've seen worse stunts as well. TI3, we saw some really fun stunts on Boars by a Sven with a much easier stunt, to be honest. So
that Boar had it coming.
Yeah, well, there was a Hellbear as well and other creeps that got several stunts in that game.
Was that TI? I thought that was DreamHack.
That was a TI. That was TI, most definitely.
It was this, the Sven game, okay.
Yeah, there was a Sven game where he stunned creeps 3 times.
Be
Bottom lane.
There's
Should be a big fight.
Inflame has his BKB freshly completed. They're going to reveal the
each other.
smoke. In July, blinks to the river, gets a double hoof stomp. Inflame going to have to pop the BKB. Ayo, though, he immediately goes down. And now all of a sudden, Inflame is like, get me the hell out of here, man. I don't want any part of this. They're going to need a defensive cog if they want to retreat. June does indeed throw it down.
Yeah.
Can they actually chase this, though? Another hoof stomp. It's going to hit on Demons. He was already in his Sandstorm, though. They're going to find June. The kills continue. Can they actually pick off Demons
they're just
as well?
completely running him over here. The Lone Druid and TA can't do much as the fight started out so bad for them. Oh, wow. They can't find anything more than this, but I love In July, man. Every single game I watch, this guy is a really solid player. Like, he just brings a lot to the table. As soon as the smoke revealed there for both teams, he immediately blinks in, catches 2 people, and just set it up for his team. Like,
no fear.
No fear, no fear, no hesitation. He was coming there to fight, and fight is what they did. So, I like it. Like it a lot. And Manta Style, Vladimir's Battle Fury, and 1200 gold on the Anti-Mage now. Of course, they can't go straight into Roshan as they didn't kill any of the core heroes, like they didn't kill Lone Druid or TA. But Even so, Antimage is starting to get a little bit scary in terms of farm.
I mean, Black's just finished his AC, so it's not like he's necessarily falling behind or anything, but it gets to a point where the AM is going to be able to start killing heroes just instantly as soon as the fight starts, just because that's kind of the burst that he brings once he has like 4 or 5 inventory slots of stuff. So it is scary. CIS, they're not going to take it on the chin now. They're going to try to counter push. There's a glyph here from Dreamtime.
It's pretty dangerous, by the way, to fight CIS now if they're all grouped up together, because when you have Vladimir's and AC, when TA pops her BKB, she's pretty much taking no damage.
Yeah.
Because these auras stacking together is so good for your team. +5 and then +5 again. Like, you're looking at so much damage reduction. And Dreamtime, they don't have the best right-clickers either. So with this BKB on TA, she's pretty hard to bring down.
They need to address this push like pretty badly. The glimpse on In July, he's going to be gone.
Oh, In July, so far away.
He's stuck inside of the woods. This could just be Rax. They're going to get a cold feed on the bear. I think they're probably going to initiate onto this. At least I would hope so. They're going to commit the bear to this. They even armor on the Rax.
Soon. Oh, I like June. He's catching In July here, just keeping him away. He can't come in and help.
Is it actually enough? Can they go high ground? I think they just back here. This is really dangerous now that In July is actually in the fight. Nope, never mind. They just want to go for it.
Man up.
Well, they're going to try to go for an entangle on XCD, but he does have a Manta. In July blinks in, but the BKB is popped by Inflame. They're going to force him out. The bear almost dropping the first time. Pretty sure Black does have a resummon. In fact, he does. Meld going to be used on XCD. He cannot fight anymore. Dreamy, he's going to get glimpsed back inside of the base. The Rack's still under siege. Dreamtime are in huge trouble right here.
Yeah, a little bit of a misplay there with the hook shot and the glimpse at the same time on AA, but they're still taking down this Rack slowly.
Oh, the Chain Frost! June taking quite a bit of damage from it. AO is going to go down. Inflame no longer with the BKB. It's the Regoose. And Dreamtime, they're going to valiantly defend their base, man. A TA trap is dropped.
Oh, Epicenter coming in.
Epi, it's on the back line. The Burrow hits on all three. 2 supports down. They want to try to focus on XD now. June, he's still alive. Demons, he picks up the double, but does end up dying to In July. The Bears resummoned. Another blink forward by In July. He gets a stomp off on June. One more auto attack from Air. The Radiance burn. The 4-staff to the low ground. It's a triple kill for Air. Black, he's the last one standing. Can he actually do it? The blink away from
Blink
XDD.
Stomp is going to come in. If they want to, they could go for this, but it's too much to ask, I think.
He takes the gem on the bear as well before he teleports back to base and then recalls the bear.
Yeah.
That was so close for Dreamtime, man. They almost lost a lot there.
Yeah, that was really close. And they had a really good initiation in that fight. But then at least Sand manages to salvage a little bit for CIS, getting that ulti in and trading himself for 2 supports. So that was a good trade-off. And we see Antimage blink straight in towards the Roche pit, but this is one of the good things about TA. You have immediate vision of whenever the enemy team goes for Roshan. You also have a Clockwork. He can TP and maybe hookshot there later on, but this is not possible going for Roshan like that.
Well, he was actually buying Hyperstones and selling them at the secret shop just for the value attack speed.
I like that. It's a cute little trick. And Super going to be caught out here.
He's still dead. I don't think he can do anything about this.
Oh, he should be dead. Even Glimpse still available. Oh, no. The Glimpse is available. They can kill him.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. They're positioning.
No, there's still a blink. There's still a blink. Oh, Air. He gets a coil on 3 demons. Misses another Burrow Strike.
Oh, man. That was clumsy.
But they can Roche. The AM's top.
They can Roche, but they should get that kill like every single time. If they just Glimpse, TA should just wait for the Glimpse, stand where the Glimpse is going, and Melt Strike as soon as he lands. She didn't do anything there.
Well,
Dreamy you just standing
there.
Okay,
he's dead. Okay, what was that?
He was just camping. I don't even know why he was there. I don't know. Maybe he wanted to 4-staff down and steal the Aegis? I don't know, man. He had some big plans. Anyway, this Anti-Mage is split pushing a whole lot now, already getting some nice damage to a tier 3 tower. So you have to pretty much go and defend this before you can even go for a push. And this is Black, or XDD, I mean, with some nice proactive play.
Yeah, he even buys a BKB. BKB is not really the best item against a lone Druid team, or a TA in my opinion, just because of how much damage they actually bring in terms of physical, but
sadly he needs it. Yeah, sadly he needs it against the Disruptor mainly, and then of course Sanking and Clockwork are also annoying. I also like that they have parallel wards right now. If you look at the Roche pit of these teams, have the same type of wards going on, and Gem on Centaur. The ward's one of the wards, but still the other one is up for a Radiant.
I don't really feel like the AM is this strong though. Like, yeah, he's got BKB, Manta, Battle Fury, Vlad's, but he still only has 1600 health. and he doesn't have anything like an AC. Like
I think he's in danger. Like I think he's really in danger. As soon as this Lone Druid finishes up an MKB on his bear and TA gets a Desolator, he will die very, very fast on Anti-Mage. Like, you're not tanking that. So he is in danger because mainly he relies on his team landing insane combinations. They need to get the big hoof stomps off, they need to get nice initiations with Puck, and the AOT has to come in as well, because else, how are they ever gonna team fight later on in the game? Like, they don't have the physical damage. So the combinations have to be perfect. And that's something CIS, while they do have a glimpse from Disruptor and they have Sanking available, etc., they do not rely on these things being perfect. They have the physical deeps to make up for mistakes.
That's a good point. And if you're Lone Druid right now, you're thinking, what is your next item? Do you go Basher?
I would maybe go for the MKB right away, actually.
Okay, so MKB on the bear for
either
Butterfly.
Either that or Mjolnir. I mean, you can switch your Mjolnir between the bear and yourself and just proc the Mjolnir on the bear and give it back. And then push with it. I think that's pretty strong as well. Gives you a lot of pushing power and insane attack speed with Assault QS and Mjolnir. But MKB would be nice so that you're even stronger for fighting.
Yeah.
But I mean it kind of comes down to Anti-Mage timing, right? And Anti-Mage is not going to have his Butterfly that soon.
Black is closer to his MKB than AM is to his Butterfly, basically.
Yes. Xiaodong, Yushang. I have no idea. We need Lumi.
I don't think he speaks
Dude,
Chinese.
He translates some. He can like...
I don't even know what dialect it is, man. Like...
Yeah, that's true.
Apparently he was speaking, I want to say Cantonese, but I don't think it was Cantonese. And then people were saying how badly he was speaking it or something like that on Twitter.
Yes.
They're like, wow, he really doesn't speak any other language than English. It was pretty funny.
Sort of.
Shout out to Lumi.
Yeah. At least he looks Asian. I don't know.
That's true. He's got a very nice complexion.
Yes. Very nice. Compliments to Lumi. You think he's still asleep?
He should be awake by now. It's
I don't know about that.
Maybe he's asleep. I don't know. I don't know what time he went to bed.
He's a pretty sleepy guy.
That's true. He's part bear. Oh, Inflame. Needs to be careful here, man. There's 3 members of Dreamtime kind of lurking. And Angel
TA has been spotted here.
Yeah, he's going to get stunned. Here comes the AA ult.
Yes.
Inflame. He does have
Aegis,
BKB.
though?
Pops it really late. Now
that's
it could
bad.
be the Regoose. Black just wants to defend him. He's like, get the hell out of here. Leave my friend alone.
Yeah, that was really bad BKB usage. Like, you have Aegis, you know that you're gonna die even using your BKB there. Or I guess maybe you didn't see how many there were. But yeah, a whole lot of death for the TA there. At least she's closing up on that Desolator, and she does have the 2 Mithril Hammers now. Does she have the recipe? No, she doesn't. But at this stage, I think it's scary for Dreamtime. This is nothing like last game where we saw Anti-Mage just turning around and carrying the game. It's going to be a Basher on Lone Druid, by the way. But this game, you're not stronger late game. I don't think so. CIS are kind of so far ahead that they're going to be the stronger ones late game.
It seems weird to say that they're so far ahead because, I mean, Dreamtime still have a significant experience lead, but they just can't do anything with their experience lead.
It's which heroes you have in the team and which heroes have the gold and which heroes have the experience. Look over to Dreamtime and you see a level 20 Anti-Mage, which is, that's where all the experience lead goes. And Dreamtime's Anti-Mage is not going to stand up against the 2 heroes of CIS. The TA and the Lone Druid combined are strong enough to beat him down pretty handedly, so... It's definitely awkward to see that big of an experience lead still being behind.
Well, the clock continues ticking, man.
Well, level 16 on Centaur at least, so he has very low cooldown now on his ulti. Doesn't really matter in a game like this.
Yeah, I'm just wondering if there's a point where Dreamtime will have a significant enough of a lead to be able to just end the game, because my gut kind of says no. But you never know what can happen, right? Like a pick can occur, and it could be outside of CIS space, and all of a sudden you get a Rax, and then AM becomes a heck of a lot more potent just because of split pushing. So there's a lot of points, I suppose you could argue, but it just feels like right now CIS can do whatever they want on the map, and that's the biggest issue that Dreamtime currently have.
Yes, and they're gonna go for the bottom push very shortly, I think. And as you say, it's hard to see any scenario where they're gonna be able to finish this, but I mean, mistakes can happen. If you win a big team fight, then suddenly the game can swish around completely. So I'm just saying the same thing. Execution is what Dreamtime are looking at. If they get a good execution with AA, Puck, and Centaur, then maybe they can win a fight. But it's going to be harder and harder the longer the game goes. That's all I feel. Because Antimage, sure, he does get stronger, but so does TA and Lone Ruin, now with the Desolator on TA. And another thing we haven't mentioned, next Roshan, I don't think there's any way a DT can take that Roche. CIS are going to be the ones to get it, and really fast at that.
I would actually say that Dreamtime might have a better chance fighting at Roshan than they would trying to like just defend, or not defend, but push, because it's a very small area, right? Unless Black can just go in there and solo it, and then the problem pretty much remains the same. So I suppose there's kind of two sides of it, but I feel like when you have a Puck, a Centaur, an AA, and a Lich, like you want the other team to group up clearly. And now there's actually a Hex on air, which could be a pretty big turnaround item.
Yeah, that's true. Hex is pretty big and could allow for some pickoffs on heroes like TA, or even the Sand King could be an easy pick. But yeah, man. I'm just looking at this game. It's pretty slow and like very characteristic. Gonna go with the Hex here on the Lone Red Bear. I don't think they can kill it. You could use the Puck ulti if you want, but it's 85 seconds and pretty easy to take advantage of. But I'm just looking at this game and feeling that it's another one of these slow controlled games where no team is going to take any risk. And CIS are going to be the one to pull ahead in my opinion, unless they fuck up completely.
It's even a BKB on the clockwork now too. I mean, the more BKBs that come out on the side of CIS, I think the lower probability that Dreamtime are going to have for being able to win fights.
Yeah. I expect that there won't be too many more BKBs. There might be one on the Bear in the future when we're looking at like in 20,000 gold or something. He might start considering having a BKB to not get stomped and stuff.
Yeah.
But yes, most definitely. And meanwhile, the BKB on In July, for example, is not going to do that much. TA doesn't care, Lone Ruin doesn't care, even Clockwork to an extent does not care that much against BKB, because he can still hook and cog you, he can still punch you and keep you trapped in the cogs. Of course, the damage is lowered significantly though. But this TA, man, he's getting carried so hard. His team, he's 0-4-1. I'm not saying that he's playing completely awful, but it's just, I feel that he hasn't done that much. If he had a Blink Dagger, maybe he could have found some kills with the Sand King or Disruptor. Even when they glimpsed back the Lich there and Lich was hasted, he just walked away because the TA didn't, like, she wasn't ready at all for the glimpse. I don't know. It's a good thing his team is playing really good and that Black had so insane farm in the early game.
Yeah, at the end of this game, a CIS win, I think Inflame's going to give everyone on his team a hug. Be like, thanks. Wasn't my greatest game.
Pretty much. Not my strong point. But to be honest, it's never fun to lane against like a Lich dual lane mid when you're playing TA or any mid hero, to be honest. It's like the nightmare of a mid player to like come to your lane and see that, oh, I have 3 creeps coming, but 2 heroes. Oh shit. And he has done a good job at catching up in farm, but it's just a very slow style game.
He's still ahead of everyone except for the AM, and I mean his teammate, which is fine. So
yes. That is quite fine. And this game is just still a game of split push. I don't even feel that either team is actively trying to come to a finish here. Gonna try and kill the Bear. It's still very fast. They use the Centaur ulti. 300 gold, I guess, worth or something. Now there's no resummon on Black for another 2 minutes, but
Roshan spawning like insanely soon.
Yeah, really, really soon. That's the fastest possible Roshan spawn, I believe, or is it?
I don't know if it is or not.
Oh no, this is not a spawn. This is
oh yeah, the
until it reveals.
Still there. Okay. Yeah. I didn't even see that little red thing at first. I had to look at it twice.
Yeah, Roshan timers, man.
God, why can't they just put a
digital
clock there, man?
Yeah, and now we're gonna know that it's gonna be 8-minute respawn. Is it? No, wait.
No, it's
okay, yeah.
it's 10 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. That's a 10-minute, right? So not the fastest possible respawn. I think both teams are fine with that because they're playing so defensively anyway. Antimage is at 7k gold now, which is a whole lot of gold, but it's been a long time since he added something. And gonna be the butterfly. buying that up shortly as he wants to have buyback gold as well.
Black's MKB is going to be done though. Like,
yeah,
basically as soon as he gets it.
Black had a good timing on it. Getting that basher first into the MKB is nice timing for him. And his bear is gonna get ganged here. I wonder if he's gonna recall it. He's fine. He can probably walk it off. No, actually Centaur ulti, going, committing, hard work, dedication, kill the bear.
Yeah, it's super dead.
It's super dead. Well done. So
and he doesn't actually have a bear for 30
Black has
seconds.
a Vladimir's and basically farming, like, yeah, a little bit slower now. And these pickoffs are actually kind of big. That's 600 gold he gave away within like 90 seconds. And also a lot of control, not having resummoned for such a long time. And even when he summons, he's going to be, again, on one bear for 2 minutes. So, yeah. It's
that means if they want to contest Rosh, they're going to have to do it with one bear. And if they're going to contest Rosh, they need to go now, because it's going to be spawning in about a little bit over 30 seconds.
No TA trap in it now either. I think maybe it was killed by the gem carriers earlier. The Nio. XDD just walked by a double damage rune. It spawned right as he walked by it, so he kind of missed it. But DD rune is available top, pretty big when Roshan is about to respawn. If you pick double damage on anti-mage, you're in for a pretty easy fight, I think.
Yeah, most
or
likely.
at least an easier fight than you would have without it. I still think that CIS with one bear is still stronger than Dreamtime at this point.
Oh, they're going to ping out the DD. See who goes to get it. It's going to be Sandking. Like,
Sandkungen.
I don't want anyone to get this. I'm just going to take it myself.
This is just mine, man. Just Sandking. This rune, this ward on bottom, by the way, or top, I mean, top by the Dire is really good. Watching over the exit on top lane. Gives some crucial vision sometime and can reveal smoke gangs as well. And speaking of smoke gangs, we have Dreamtime moving around. This is a Roche smoke. There's a new
should be a free Roche.
New trap. They killed it immediately.
Oh, they're flaring it actually. Can they get there in time though? Is the question. They're pretty far. They need to go instantly, and they are on their way.
They kind of have to rush in.
They might not have the damage to kill it fast enough.
Yeah, I think
they're going to send the.
They're gonna get caught. They're gonna get caught. They need to get out.
Ooh, there's not going to be a blink on Injuly. He's going to get hookshot. Both of them super and Injuly caught in. The BKB's popped 4 step away from Injuly. XDD blinks in. He finds AO straight away. Buyback from the Lich. They're trying to kill XDD, but he's just so tanky. The Entangle finally gets procced. The Manta style out Injuly. He gets a hoof stomp Black. He's still alive for the time being. They turn around. They get another Entangle, this time on the Centaur. XDD still continuing to chase. The TA is going to drop as well.
Oh,
it's a huge team fight win for DT.
Fight.
June, he wants to come back into the fight. He doesn't have his hook shot up yet. Still 30 seconds. Black still alive.
Oh,
on XDD. No, June doesn't have the damage. It's going to be a team wipe going in favor of DT. The gem's on the ground. Inflame is back, but he doesn't have a Blink Dagger. There is almost no way he's killing Air in the situation. June buys back as well. The Roshan's going to be going the way of DT, and that might have just been the turning point that they needed.
That might have been just it, man. This was an amazing fight by Dreamtime. That BKB by in July was so clutch that he got the BKB off before a Chainstone came from Sandking. Holy crap. Nice initiation, though, by June, but it just backfired on them. And the Butterfly, I believe he didn't have MKB yet on the bear, did he?
No, he did.
He did.
The AM just didn't take any damage, like at all. He has 32 armor.
Then I think TA must have missed quite a lot there, because I think when both of them attacked the AM, they would kill him faster. But now, Dreamtime in an amazing spot, actually. Nice recovery. So, I mean, still, I would say that Anti-Mage has some trouble going up against double MKB when it's finished for Templar Assassin as well. But right now, they're in control.
Yeah, that fight, if CIS ended up losing, that's the fight that lost them the game, pretty much.
Oh yeah. And AM, look at his gold now. He just bought up that Butterfly earlier on. I mean, sure, he sold his Vladimir's now as well, but he's at 7k gold again. I think the last 2 or 3 minutes, he has like 2.5k GPM or something. Pretty insane.
I don't know, man. This
or
looks
2k
pretty,
at least.
It's kind of funny how a game can change dynamics so quickly. Like one team fight and you say that CIS are looking good, then another team fight, it's like, well, CIS are now in a horrible spot.
Well, we're in late game. Like this 40-minute plus is late game, and I would say that at this stage, losing one team fight or making mistakes in one team fight can punish you no matter what the draft is. And that's the danger of playing the style that these Chinese teams love to play. Like CIS, they didn't want to force it more. They already got the tier 3 tower on bottom lane, but they never want to take the racks off this team. They never tried to make this happen in the early game. And later on, if you die, you're dead for so long. Roshan is going to be there, blah, blah, blah. You lose a lot more later on than you do by losing a fight in the beginning.
Well, Angelai is going to have a Shivas now as well.
He's a happy centaur.
I think there's just too much tankiness now on the side of DT.
XTD sitting in the trees. Top lane, actually. Go for the
down.
bear gank once more.
45 seconds without a bear.
Yeah. And this is really nice, actually, that they keep doing this every single time they can. They've already claimed, like, what? I think it's 900 gold by now? Killing bears?
Yeah, I think
Random bear ganks. Which may not sound like that much, but it's still something, and it removes a lot of gold from Black's bank as well.
Killing that bear is basically taking away, like, 20,000 of his net worth.
Yeah. Exactly.
And he doesn't have a double bear, which means that you can actually just kill the bear again, and then I think DT just win the game, actually.
Yeah, they're going mid now. Try and go for a push here. I like this. They have the Aegis. Go press your advantage a little bit. See if you can get anything.
Oh, high ground cogs, pretty good. And that's a heart now completed. So when XCD loses his Aegis, he's going to have a heart in the courier that's probably going to be sitting somewhere nearby.
Yeah, he should be camping that somewhere. It's going to be spotted by the ward, though, so hopefully it doesn't get sniped.
Oh, they're going to blink in. They're going to kill the bear. Oh, the 4-staff out. Here comes the ulti coming in from Disruptor as well. Kinetic Field's going to be there. Demons, though, he dies before he gets an epicenter off. Double BKB on the side of DT. They just want to hit the tower. There is no glyph.
Buyback from Sanking already as well.
Yeah, I mean, he can go in an epi, but it's
bottom lane,
really hard
TA
to
trying to
with
split
XTD.
push? I don't know about this.
Oh, XCD, he's going to eat one stun. Can they actually kill him? The Manta style is going to be popped. He gets bashed. He's going to lose the Aegis. Can't get the blink off in time. This is when you need the extra burrow strike, but unfortunately it's still on cooldown for about 1 second. Another bash! He gets glimpsed! He gets burrow struck! Are they actually going to be able to take him down here?
MKB!
The TA gets there just in time!
Are you kidding? The MKB proc cancel his blink there as well. That is insane. The unluckiness.
Oh my
XTD
god.
is probably smashing his keyboard right now. Black, you're one lucky lone druid. Of course, he has insane attack speed, but that said, that was really a stroke of luck.
Couldn't have asked for a better timing, more or less.
Yeah. Like bashing twice and then getting the MKB proc on the blink animation perfectly to cancel that as well. The XTD is probably surprised he died there, or to say the least.
I mean, his team did kind of ditch him, to be honest.
Oh, they probably didn't expect him to die either, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, at least he's freed up that slot for his Heart of Tarrasque, you know?
I mean, will he die again? Questionable. 3,000 HP.
Pretty hard.
Or 31 armor. So
that's a lot of gold, though, going way of Black getting last hit on Anti-Mage.
Yeah. Now he's himself up to about 4,300 gold again. So if he wants to go for something on himself, if he wants to get rid of the Midas and maybe go for like more attack speed, you said Mjolnir is a definite possibility. Heck, even going crit I don't think would necessarily be bad. And Inflame needs to be careful, man.
Yeah,
he's going to pop the Stampede. Demon's going to tank the gank, more or less. He's going to eat the Ice Blast. Actually manages to get away with the 4-staff. Inflame's still in trouble. He has his BKB. He's just dead. There's like nothing he can do here.
He's super dead.
I mean, he pops the BKB, but yeah.
Yes, no way to live there. So TA continuing her feeding spree.
This TA is like
the saddest of TAs.
I think the least impactful TA I think I've ever seen.
Well, to be honest, all I feel he's like done is kind of take up some farm and stay relevant, and then not managing to do anything with the farm he took. So maybe it would just have been better if Black managed to get all this farm that has been available on the map, but taken by TA. I'm not sure, man. I don't know. Just buy a Blink. Why would you not buy Blink? Either way, the push is coming from Dreamtime now, and this time, yeah, TA does have buyback, so they might force that one. We will see. Cogs a little bit early here on the high ground, not going to actually do anything at all.
Well, Maelstrom now going to be purchased. Racks under siege. They're going to pop the Glyph straight away. It's a TA buyback. I think that's all that Dreamtime actually wanted.
That's what I wanted, and Disruptor is trying to get the glimpse desperately, but cannot get it. And forced buyback is huge at this stage in the game, because it's a long time that you cannot buy back, but also the fact that you remove gold from a hero. She does not have her MKB yet. You force the death by killing her and then force the buyback. So so much economic damage towards this TA who almost had her MKB. Well, not anymore, man.
Not anymore. And I mean, he's had that Demon Edge for, I want to say, the last 10 minutes.
Yeah, it's a long time.
Like, he hasn't actually completed another item. It's really hard to have those games where it's like one player feels like it's just why they can't win. But Inflame had like 2 insanely like bad deaths in mid.
Yeah.
Like, just not respecting the lane at all and just dying to it 2 times in a row, I think put like Dreamtime just in an amazing position from the get-go.
Yeah. And I'm just looking at Black and the way he keeps farming with his Lone Druid all the time, and he's getting so fat now. I love the fact that he switched into Maelstrom, because it's such a good DPS item later in the game. Giving 80% attack speed is a lot. It increases your deeps so much. I don't know about selling the boots for it though, or getting rid of the boots for it. I mean, sure, your bear doesn't really need the movement speed, I guess. It's still at 455 actually, so.
Yeah, I mean, if you get a good burrow strike or you get a hook shot or something, your bear should have a plenty of damage uptime anyway.
Yeah.
I guess that's the logic behind having
I
that.
guess it's fast enough without boots. I mean, they're still just gonna siege towers. That's pretty much what they have in front of them now. If they win a team fight, they're gonna siege the enemy base, or even if they get the positioning right on the map, they're gonna siege the enemy base. And at that point, you don't really need boots that much. You just need damage. Damage and having your resummon available. So nice that Black is playing more defensive with his bear right now. I would like to see a D-ward on this Mount Everest here, but not happening. Okay. No D-wards.
No D-wards, man.
Demons has been sitting here for about 1 minute, by the way.
Yeah, he's... I mean, if they could manage to get a burrow strike on the Centaur, it's a free kill. Now he has
He's
5
really
ag.
low HP. He's gonna go for this.
Oh, he's going to see him. In July, he's going to get burrow struck. Might be too early, though. There's going to be a hook shot. Can he manage to line it up? The flare's going to be there. Don't think he's going to be able to get it in time. Goes for the blinder and misses, so.
Yeah.
In July, going to be A-OK.
A-OK. Nice attempt, at least, at killing that, but could not claim it. And right now, it seems like CIS are just sitting back and waiting for something, but it's just Dreamtime being so active, pushing out side lanes. It's top with all the other heroes, it's bottom with Anti-Mage, and CIS, they can't split up too much against this lineup because of the Hex on Puck, the Anti-Mage dealing so much damage. If you split up, you get ganked like TA displayed on the top lane. So it's hard to play against Dreamtime right now, even though I would say CIS are so much stronger like right now.
Well, if the TA manages to get an MKB, it might be okay. I think that's where maybe another turnaround comes in.
Yeah. And when I say stronger, by the way, I just mean that in a straight-up 5-on-5 fight, I think they're stronger. And demons.
Well, he just missed another burrow strike, and I'm starting to lag out, so after that pick...
I'm getting some lag as well. But
oh, you actually are lagging this
time?
I
am. So this is Dota just acting up.
Okay.
So the entire Mjolnir now finished up on Black. And he has 2,600 gold to go. He's so farmed on this Lone Druids. But same as Anti-Mage, I guess. He has a similar net worth. Even higher, actually.
So everybody always talks about those games where the Lone Druid's going to get 12 items. I think that this might be one of the few games where that actually matters.
Oh, yeah.
Because the rest of the team of Dreamtime are going to fall off in terms of their effectiveness against Black. And if he wants to get a BKB on himself and start buying more damage items, hold that thought. XCD going ham here on the bottom tower. He's going to be able to get the tower kill. Didn't actually see the gold straight away, but wow, Centaur has
some considerable lag on the messages there. I agree completely. Normally, I would say that getting 12 slotted on a Lone Druid or even getting beyond your 6 slot on the Bear doesn't matter that much in most games. But in this game, Anti-Mage is the only carry on Dreamtime, and we are starting to hit that super late game where Anti-Mage is known to fall off. Like, he's strong at split pushing lanes, he is really strong at focusing one hero down really fast, and his mana void is good. But I would say that TA and Lone Druids in the super late game are stronger than Anti-Mage. They are. But, of course, with enough hexes, maybe, on the side of Dreamtime, they could just deal with the bear. They have Hex and they have a Dagon 2 on Puck. There's a lot of stuff in the Roche Pit, by the way. It's like a Christmas tree.
And July actually dropped his 4 staff for a cheese, so he's going to have 3,600 health, 30 armor, and a cheese.
That is one of the fattest centaurs. Sanking, demons trying to find a way to die again, pushing out the top lane. And
I think he's fine. I think they're more concerned about going for June right now.
Yeah, that's true. Looking for him a whole lot. Oh, if he popped Stampede sooner, they might have actually found him there.
Yeah. All right, so
this game is so static.
there's not really a whole heck of a lot going on, to be honest. It's a lot of farming. One team fight happens, then they farm for about 20 more minutes, then another team fight happens. It kind of pains me to say it, but I think the Chinese are going back to their old ways, man.
Well, it's just that they're so very, very picky about not giving away anything. They don't like trades at all. When it comes to base push, they hate trades. This is what I've seen from the qualifiers. Top Sand King is going to be fine. Because every single time, for those of you watching and don't really understand why they're farming this much, it's all about the lane push. Try and keep your eyes on how the lanes are pushing out. If you ever come to a state where 3 lanes are pushed really close to one base, then that base might be in danger of getting pushed by the enemy team. Yeah. And if it's not like that, then it's probably just going to be a trade.
Coming in. They're going to be able to get a stun on XDD. Can they actually follow it up, though? The blink in. Demons gets obliterated by Injuly. They're going to drop the Static Storm as well, but it's not an Aghanim, so they're able to get their BKBs off. Now they just want a Tunnel Vision on the Black. Chain Frost even going to be used on the Bear. He turns around, gets another bash with the Bear onto XDD. Chain Frost continuing to bounce. That's 1 Bear down. Black does have a resummon. Demons whiffs another Burrow Strike. Kinetic Field is dropped. No damage really dealt to the racks.
These
right
hearts, though, regenerating so much for the Anti-Mage and for a Centaur, they're going back to full HP really fast. That's like faster than the enemy team who has a fountain available. So this push is really, really strong. Could maybe claim some racks.
Oh, they're going to glyph. I don't know if they're going to be able to do this, man. There's already 1 Bear dead.
Yeah.
They're going to go back in.
I think Dreamtime are going to get this racks and get out.
Oh, Manta Style is popped. Here comes Air. He's got an Aegis, remember. He's going to be able to get back out with the jaunt to the orb, and that's going to be a free set of racks for Dreamtime.
Yeah, so 1 racks down, and that was the melee racks, of course. No split push was going on during that time as well, so they get out clean, and hook attempt, hook lands.
Oh, yep, they're going to find Dreamy.
That was a TA trap, revealing that positioning on AA, so...
Gem on deck, too.
TA good hero, yo. TA good hero.
Okay, so I think CIS are now at a stage
they have to go.
Like, yeah, we need to do something now.
It's time to make something happen. He's going for a Hex, by the way, on Black, I'm pretty sure. Like, that has to be a Hex.
It's going to be really solid. He can have it finished for this push. I think he's going to buy it. I think he realizes, like, yeah, it's time.
Yeah, he has it. That's really interesting. This Hex could be really good for killing off, well, anyone, pretty much. Especially the Anti-Mage. So
let's see if they want to do it. Blink in from In July. Nice BKB by Inflame, though. He
really good reaction.
Joint the hoof stomp. Hex onto AO. Kinetic Field's still going to be there. Another Burrow Strike back in. The Bear is going to town and XCD right now. Another Cog coming in from June. The Coil. It's going to hit on 3. The Chain Frost bouncing between Black and his Bear right now. He wants to try to find Air, but he just can't. The first one to die is actually going to be the TA. AO soon to drop as well. There's a root onto Air, but he still gets an auto attack off, even with the Entangle. Now they're getting crushed. Demons.
Are they losing Sand King as well?
He needs to be able to TP out of this.
Oh, he has ulti. Oh, wow.
So close.
Mid, though. Clockwork still not safe. Might go down here. Still being chased for so long. And Lone Raider is actually running out to try and help him here. TA trap available as well.
He might be able to kill In July. He doesn't have his cheese anymore. He's
still have Hex.
Yeah. He's going to get Hex too. He's dead.
Okay, so they get a nice kill on the super tanky Centaur.
Oh, XCD blinks in. This AM has 12,000 gold, by the way. They're going to hit him with the Bear. Manta Style is popped. There's a Hex onto the Bear as well. The blink forward by XTD. He's got a haste, so if he wants to try to go for the kill on the Bear, I think he could.
Yeah.
He's just going to back up.
Just going to run away, and they're going to push straight down the mid lane again, and TA has no buyback.
Yeah.
50 seconds, pretty much, 45. Actually, the push is going to be organized on top lane, it seems, but even so, TA is dead for a long time.
I think this is one of those games where the Disruptor probably needed an Aghanims more than a Force Staff.
Yeah.
Like, Aghanims is so good against teams who go BKB, because it pretty much makes the BKB have to be used in a bad way almost every single time. But they're going to do a little bit of damage to XCD. Hex on a June. He blinks into the cogs, and he manages to Force Staff himself out. There's not going to be any Chain Frost bounces in Demons. He goes for a Burrow Strike.
And stun and Hex him, hookshot him as well, trying to bring down his Anti-Mage, but he's just going to blink back and regenerate with his heart, so a lot of cooldowns used to try and kill him. Glimpse, actually, on the puck.
Yeah, that's Aegis. He's going to be respawning, but I think they're just going to let him die. I can't imagine them trying to commit to this. Nice cogs, though. Going to hit Air immediately. He gets bashed, gets entangled.
Yeah.
Not a single chance he was going to be able to get
immediate
away from that.
death. And a lot of gold again, at least for Black. Getting a monster kill streak there. So 1,100 gold from this puck. Nice donation.
I don't know, man. I don't know if it's going to matter. Like, the one who needs the gold is the TA, not Black at this point.
Yeah, TA is so poor, so poor. She has her MKB, but she has no buyback gold still. And she's trying to farm up desperately in the jungle here. I think they should just go straight down mid again, though. Like, I'm saying this over and over, that the team should just go. But there's no buyback on the puck. Of course, they can't know this. But you want to pressure. As soon as one enemy is dead, at least force the buyback or get damage done.
Well, AM has decided to go for a full Abyssal Blade, so...
I'm surprised they're not able to just go bottom and poke down like the range racks, or that they were never able to do that with their Spirit Bear. Because you could just do that earlier on and you could at least have some lane balance going your favor. With now pretty much 1 hour in and every single rack's still standing for Dreamtime.
Wow, the TA went Mask of Madness.
Oh, that's the desperate, like, I'm not actually a useful item. Because now, if she doesn't get shut down, if she gets a nice BKB off, that's a 4-second BKB by the way, then maybe she can deal enough damage towards whoever she focuses that they can win a fight. But this is like, that's a risky item.
Yeah.
But I sort of agree. Many times when you lack damage a whole lot, go for Mask of Madness. And she does have Desolator as well, but I think she's just going to get the Desolator effect as she picked these items up. And this is purely just for attack speed.
Yeah, it's the best attack speed for the cost in the game. But like you said, it does come with a high risk.
Oh, a very high risk. 30% extra damage towards yourself is so much. It's like you go down ridiculously fast.
June's got an Aghanims now, which under most circumstances I would say is a luxury item. But here I think it's pretty important because the fights last so long that being able to hook multiple times could actually win them a fight.
Yeah.
Like just because of the stun. Like it's still a 2-second stun that goes through BKB, and you can use it maybe 2 or 3 times.
Oh, I really like Aghanims on Clockwork. I think it's a useful item in many games, but I like the progression that he had as well. 4-staff BKB into a late Aghanims in this game, because it's very hard to get away with just buying an Aghs too early in this game. He needed the BKB really badly.
And the bear also now has a Crystallis, so he's going to be going for that big crit. I thought he would actually go that sooner, but...
Yeah. He does have a lot of damage, so Daedalus is going to be really good. But is he going to have time to finish it? Because the push is coming.
I think you just go all in, maybe. Just finish it now. Maybe not. Maybe not.
I think he's just buying the recipe and staying ready, but he's going to have buyback gold available. Doesn't want to go all in. TA... Close enough to the Abyssal Blade.
I don't think he saw Inflame there, because if he did, that should have been a very dead TA.
Yeah. Did we mention, by the way, there's no Battle Fury anymore on Anti-Mage?
Yeah, he sold it for the Abyssal. That's why I was like mentioning it, because I was like, he actually sold his Battle Fury, which means that a split pushing is going to be more or less non-existent. But it does also mean that when they take the team fights, it's going to be much easier for him to just focus somebody down and blow them up. So, I mean, it's a trade-off, but...
It is a trade-off, but I agree. It's really good for fighting, and... it's worth, I would say, because you need to do something like this. And this is pretty much a hard counter to what TA is doing. He's going for Madness and trying to get something going with a BKB Madness. And if she gets blinked by AM and Abyssal stunned, he will die so fast. Like TA will just disappear.
That bear hits for almost 400 damage.
Yeah, it's a scary bear. It crits for 911.
Oh my
911, bro. Call 911.
He's going to dial 911 on somebody's face. That's pretty much what's going to happen.
Pretty much. It's ridiculously strong at this point. I like the value hex that Black purchased in this game. Yeah. Even though it's hard to hex the puck with his Linkens, it's just so good against Anti-Mage if he ever is out of his BKB.
Ooh, they're going to smoke. They might be able to find him here. And the thing is, he just bought a fresh BKB too. So it's going to be a 10-second BKB from XCD. Even if they don't kill him, getting a 10-second BKB charge could be nice.
They might just kill him if he keeps going here. But
nah, he's not. He's scared.
He is.
I mean, I would be scared too. This is one of the stages in the game where it doesn't matter really who's ahead. It's just about who gets the better fight.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. And pretty much every hero is closing up on, getting their high levels. I look at this AA and I feel sad for AA and Disruptor, who in a 63-minute game are still level 14 on both of them.
Yeah. It's not the greatest, but...
it's sad for them. And Hex on XDD here on top lane.
Yeah,
gonna try and kill him.
Get bashed. Here comes a Static Storm. Pops the BKB. Stampede's going to be used as well. They kill the range creep that there was a teleport coming in from. I believe that was Air.
Yeah, that was Air trying to help out, but BKB nice forced, so it's, worth trading that. BKB is now a little bit lower. It's a very small victory for CIS, but it's something.
Yeah, I mean, it does also mean that there's time where XDD is probably not going to feel as safe to continue split pushing quite as hard as he has been. And since his split push is actually starting to slow down because of the fact that he sold his Battle Fury, it lets CIS push the lanes out maybe a little bit more in their favor.
Dude, I would like more active dewarding from CIS. I think they're slacking on dewarding in this game so hard. The entire game, it feels like DT have perfect vision of what they're doing. Like, they have a gem, they have stuff, they're just not actively dewarding. They never checked high ground. Oh, wait here.
Demons?
Here.
Oh, July, he goes forward. There is no Stampede. He does have a BKB, though. They're going to find Demons with the Abyssal Blade. He gets 4-stepped away. Mana Void's still going to kill him. Bear hitting July, maybe not the best target, man. I think this is maybe it.
This is a really bad fight for CIS, definitely.
No,
and even
Black
gets
tried
frozen.
to TP with the cold feet still on him. He's going to get frozen. He has buyback, but honestly, it doesn't matter. Like, I don't think it does. The Sand King can't buy back into the game.
No, and
Ayo's
Disruptor is also
down.
definitely dead here. No way they can save him here, or is there?
Wow, the glimpse.
Okay, he actually lives. Thought Puck would maybe just
Well,
jaunt
they just
forward.
go back and kill Roshan now.
Yeah, that's true. And buyback forced again, so no gold at all on the Lone Druid. And I'm surprised that DT are getting away this well in towards super late game against TA and Lone Druid. Like, they have played really well. They have found the TA and killed her, forced buyback, stuff like that. She's 1-7-2. This is like one of the weakest TAs I've seen. Yeah. Not in terms of performance, but just her presence in this game is really lackluster.
There's been a lot of really bad plays, though, just in general from CIS. Like, Demons has missed more Burrow Strikes right now than I can actually count. And not even just missed, like, completely not even close whiffed.
The 45-degree angle just going completely off.
I mean, you understand if you short a Burrow Strike or you miss a Burrow Strike every now and then, but he's missed a lot of them. And they are extremely important to land at this stage in the game because everyone does so much damage that landing a Burrow Strike could be the difference between getting a kill and the heroes ending at full HP. Like, that's just how much it matters at this stage. So unfortunately, the more that happens, the harder it's going to be for CIS to win. But here comes the push coming out of DT. The Aegis is actually picked up by Centaur, who I don't think was really killable anyway.
He has 7.5k gold, this Centaur.
Aghanim's is done on the Disruptor. They're going to try to go on to XDD. He does not have an Aegis or a Cheese. The Disruptor ult's going to be dropped. He cannot BKB right now. June, he manages to get the Cog here. XDD eventually is going to be able to use that BKB really soon.
Disruptor.
He's going to blink away. Here comes the Stampede. They want to get the hell out of here. The BKB pop to stop the Glimpse from bringing it back. That was so close to being a kill on XDD.
He lives.
So close.
Oh, poor CIS. They just can't catch a break, man. Even there with the perfect Disruptor ulti. Did he find like a little corner that he could BKB in?
No. He was stuck in the cogs the whole time. The problem is no one else could actually deal damage.
Yeah, I guess so. That was
and now they're just going to come back in, man.
A whole lot of sadness.
No Storm, full HP AM.
Yeah, I think they're just going to back off as the Puck is dead. Puck even buying up Dagon recipes as he's dead, picking up more stuff. But Dreamtime still in a rock-solid position in this game. There's just no way for CIS to get out and contest the map. And I would like to see what this Centaur is going to add up next. Probably going to refresh his BKB and do something else when the Aegis is gone. But refreshing to a 10-second BKB would be pretty nice for him.
Yeah. I think well, at least I did. I overlooked the late game Centaur because you don't really think about it. You're like, what are the impact heroes, right? Like the AM is definitely an impact hero. The Puck could be, depending on if he manages to get like a Hex or something like that. But the Centaur is coming in huge because he's just not killable.
Yeah, he's too fat. Like, he does not care. And that's very, very scary to go up against. Surprised to see that they still don't have anyone going for the Assault Cuirass on Dreamtime. Maybe that's what Centaur wants to add up after Aegis is gone for that insane armor. But I don't know, man. I don't know. Seems like Dreamtime have all the money in the world. You just look at the scoreboard and you see a 4k gold Lich. That's when you know you're pretty rich.
You are indeed. I mean, even Super could go for a Hex right now.
Yeah, that's true. TA is finally closing up on getting something like a Daedalus here, adding up, and then finally she might deal some damage. The Smoke Gang gonna run forward here. Are they gonna find anyone? I think they're just gonna sit in base.
They're like right outside the base. Like if they win this, if they pick anyone, it's game over because Black does not have buyback right now.
Yeah.
I mean, no one really on the side of CIS has buyback except for the Clockwork.
Well, TA has buyback, but she doesn't want to.
Walk in the base.
TA has a buyback, but it's just...
Oh, does she? Oh, yeah, she does. Okay.
It could hurt her so much to buy back once more, though. She's already so sad.
Well, Glyph is up here from CIS if they want to try to use it. Some crits coming out from the TA. Starting to deal a decent amount of damage, at least.
Yeah, she does hurt a lot. When she adds up, like, if she gets the entire Daedalus, she's going to start hurting a lot. But right now, it's only a Crystallis.
Oh, Angelai gets the bash here. They're just walking him in the base. Oh, 4-step forward. They're going to get a Burrow Strike and a Hex on him. Ayo, he does have the static storm. I actually can't even see the storm. Like, I'm lagging so bad.
They got the Anti-Mage.
They killed the AM. The Chain Frost was still bouncing. They buy back. They want to try to teleport back into the team fight. XCD actually teleports middle lane. Yeah, I totally lagged out for that fight.
Yeah, Centaur actually goes in on Black. Black doesn't have buyback. This could be huge.
Oh, that's
going for him. He's going to go down here.
That's GG.
That's GG. Yeah.
Well, I mean, they killed XCD once, but unfortunately, Boots of Travel and Buyback is pretty strong at this stage in the game, and they can't do anything without Black because he's probably half the team's net worth.
Angelai being a boss.
Yeah, they're going to get a Cog here. Still a Aegis left on Angelai if he respawns after this, but Inflame's going to die. He buys back. Demon's trying to get his way out of here. June, he Cogs under the tier 4s, but it is all pretty much for naught at this point. They're going to be able to get the AM back, but that probably isn't what you wanted to do, to be totally honest.
And
now,
that's
Demon's
it. TA dead as well with no buyback, and the GG call comes out. So, Dreamtime, they managed to tie it up, man. 1-1 in a 70-minute game. I mean, in this game, I don't agree. Some games I do agree with the playstyle that both teams go for in terms of bringing it late.
Yeah.
But I just think that maybe when you have this super advantage on a lone druid early on in the game, like, I was convinced to a point that Lone Druid and TA, they should be able to win this late game, but then TA got picked off so much and never got any kills, never went for that blink. A lot of things happened that just kind of made it so that going late game was bad for them. Like a 70-minute TA that's not gear capped yet is very unheard of. Like, I have not seen it before.
Yeah.
But going this late is risky, for one, and when you're Lone Druid that farmed early on, taking base is easy. You send in your bear on the range tracks and it's very hard to defend. Like AM doesn't have a basher at that point or anything. They're going to have to like, hoof stomp the bear and then they're in a bad spot. I think it's less risky to play aggressive early on and just rely on that. But that's how the game went down. So now both teams are looking at one game to decide whether or not they go to TI.
Yeah, I mean, to be totally honest, CIS made so many mistakes that game.
Oh, yeah.
Like, more than you could actually count. And a lot of it, I think, was down to individual players. Like, Inflame and Demons both, I think, kind of choked really hard at specific points in the game. Like, dying twice to an AM Lich lane. Like, sure, the lane should beat you pretty badly.
Yes.
But you shouldn't ever, 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 ever die. And he gave away first blood and another kill.
Yes.
So a lot of things that CIS can definitely do better, but that means that we're going to be bringing you guys the third game here in just a little bit. Hopefully we get a few minutes break because that was 2 hour-long games back-to-back.
Yes,
but
my voice.
We might not.
My voice.
We really might not get a break. So we'll see you guys soon for the third game between Dreamtime and CIS.